The board has policy BBAA, which sets forth that it's my duty to call the meeting to order and handle the election of officers each year. So pursuant to those requirements, I call the January 2016 meeting of the House County Board of Education to order. At this time, if you would please silence any cell phones or any other communication device so as not to disrupt the meeting. I'd like to call two students from Eagle Springs Elementary School, Robert Gordon and Andrew Stuckey, to please come forward and lead our Pledge of Allegiance. If you would please stand. Thank you very much. At this time, it's my duty to call before the board for nominations for the office of chairman of the House County Board of Education. Do I have such a nomination?
Yes, it's my honor and pleasure to nominate my friend, my role model, my mentor, Mr. Fred Wilson, to serve as our board chairman for the 2016 calendar year.
Second. I have a motion and a second to nominate Mr. Wilson. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, all those in favor of Mr. Fred Wilson serving as chairman of the House County Board of Education for the calendar year 2016, please vote yes by show of your right hand. The vote being unanimous, carried. Mr. Wilson, you are elected. Lastly, it's my duty to call from the Board of Education for nominations for the office of vice chairman. Do I have such a nomination?
Yes, it would be my honor and privilege to nominate Ms. Helen Hughes to be co-chair for the 2016 calendar year.
Is there a second?
Second.
I have a motion second. Are there any other nominations? Hearing none, then all those in favor of electing Ms. Helen Hughes as vice chairman of the House County Board of Education for 2016, please show by show of hands. Vote yes by show of hands. The vote being unanimous, motion carries. Ms. Hughes, you are elected. My turn. Agenda back over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And before we go forward to recognize our visitors, I want to thank my fellow board members for having the confidence to elect me as chairman for the 2016 school year. It's an honor, and thank you for all your help. Thank you very much. This is always the best part of our meeting, when we recognize great students and others who are here with us. So at this time, we're going to introduce our students, and we're going to ask the principals to introduce them. So beginning with Eagle Springs, we're going to ask Principal Dr. Andre McGee, if you will introduce your guest, please.
Good afternoon. Greetings from Eagle Springs Elementary School. I have with me two outstanding students. They serve as the president and vice president of our student council. A very active group at our school. They do a lot of community work. They are currently involved with a project where we are working toward collecting 100 items by the 100th day of school to donate to the Children's Hospital. And they just finished a food drive for People's City not too long ago. So they are always involved in reaching out to the community and supporting our school. So first, I'd like to introduce you to the president, Andrew Stuckey. He is also involved with Art Squad, Library Helpers, and our Helping Hands club at our school. He loves gymnastics. He does that outside of school. His favorite thing about school is math, and he really likes our STEM program at Eagle Springs. He's not sure what he wants to be when he grows up, but I So he's also been at Eagle Springs since pre-K. And all of his siblings, he has about 5 or 6 siblings who've been through Eagle Springs as well. Next, we have Nadia Jordan. She is the vice president. She is with us our first year at Eagle Springs. She's been somewhere else before. However, she's jumped right in and gotten involved with student council as well as our helping hands. And she is a GTE. She's in the GT program. And she also is very involved with basketball. As you can tell, she's taller than I am, so she has got some skills. She plays basketball and cheerleading. And the best thing about school, she says, for her is reading and science. And she is very ambitious. She wants to possibly be a lawyer, a scientist, and what's the other one? Or a doctor. She does that. So she has very high ambition. So I'd like to introduce these fine students to you, as well as Jennifer Nash, our Teacher of the Year. She has been teaching in Houston County. She's a Houston County product. She's been here. I know her father was an educator in Houston County. Her mother worked for the Board of Education. She's married to a teacher at Orleans Middle School, and she is the mother of 3 fine boys, all attend Eagle Springs. And she is our Teacher of the Year. And one of the things I would say to you about Jennifer is she's worked very diligently with our ESOL program. She's embraced the diversity we have at Eagle Springs, and she's worked with many, many families as a host teacher for ESOL. She also serves on our STEM committee, which has been vital as we've working towards STEM certification. She's been instrumental in that as well. She is a mentor teacher. She's TSS certified and has mentored many new teachers within our building, and has been very diverse in teaching K, first, and third grade. And so we need more teachers like her who have the commitment and loyalty to the Houston County School System. So greetings again from Eagle Springs. Thank you.
Next, from Miller Elementary's principal, Mrs. Elizabeth Johnson.
Good afternoon. We bring you greetings from Miller Elementary, home of the Mighty Rockets. And so today I have the pleasure of having with me 2 of my 5th grade honor students. Miss Amira Riley is on the end. Amira is very involved at our school. She's a member of our chorus, also our Reading Rocketeers book club. In her spare time, she likes to travel, read, cook, spend time with her family and friends. Amira also won our essay contest for our advanced program, and she was invited by the Mayor Toms to come and read her essay at the City Council meeting on last week. And she did an awesome job presenting her essay to the audience there. Next, we have Miss Emma Watson. Miss Emma is also very involved in our school. She's a member of our chorus as well as our Blazers dance team. Both our chorus and dance team had an opportunity to showcase their talents. In December, our chorus had the privilege of traveling to Atlanta to perform at the Governor's Mansion. And then our dance team this past Saturday performed at Phillips Arena before the Hawks and the Bulls basketball game. And so Emma was involved in both of those events. Emma likes to, in her spare time, cook, read as well, and hang out with her family. And so Miss Emma Watson. And then I have our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Linda Lammer. Ms. Lammer is in her 17th year of teaching. All of her 17 years have been in Houston County at Miller Elementary Kindergarten. She's very nurturing and loving to our sweet little 5-year-olds. And this is our Miller crew. Thank you for having me.
Next, from Pearl Stevens Elementary, Principal Dr. Amanda Brent.
Hey, good afternoon and happy New Year to everyone. I brought probably the best. We didn't have lunch together at Shutters, and I started off the conversation with our waitress that I brought the very best to the restaurant today. And I want to brag on who I have with me today. I have 2 awesome students that truly have overcome challenges this year as well as last year. I want to start with Cynthia. When we do RTI in our school, I believe that the kids should know where they're at. And she was able to celebrate that she's back at Tier 1. And she's now reading at the O, and I'm very proud that she was able to brag. She came to our faculty meeting, and last year we celebrated with the faculty and letting her know that her hard work paid off. extra time reading. And even at lunch, she was able to tell me what her reading level was and the growth that she's made. So she's really on her growth this year and overcome challenges of making sure that she's spending time preparing for school. This is also Trey Smith. Trey Smith and I, both these kids, we inherited last year with their merge. So Tia came with me from Linwood, and Trey was from the old Earl Stevens. And Trey and I worked really hard last year. I asked him at lunch, I said, is it okay if I tell your story with people here today? And he's like, sure. He had 20 officer girls last year, even visited alternative schools. He's an athlete, and he had to make a decision whether or not, do I want to be an athlete or do I want to stay in trouble? And this year, he's not having any referrals. And so his challenge is that he is focused on school. He walks to school as an athlete. He's travel ball, but he's made me proud to bring him today. So I'm very proud of my two students that have overcome challenges. Last but not least, it's Dunlap. We always joke when I walk past her, I'm always like, where's Miss Dunlap? Because I'm so much taller. And I told her, I said, if I ever get a timeline complaint from you, I know it's about the height issue. We have to have fun at work. I do believe in having humor, but she has been teaching for 4 years. She just finished her master's with another teacher in our building, but she truly invests in our students. I have over 15 clubs, and she is in one of them, the drama club. And just the heart and the passion that she has for our students. Some of our students that need this outlet in the afternoons, that this gives them a chance to bond with her. And it's just an honor to have her with me today, and I just want to welcome my awesome celebrities I was able to show with you today. So happy New Year again.
Next we have from Prairie Middle School Principal, Mr. Thomas Moore.
Thanks for having us today, ladies and gentlemen. First, I'd like to introduce my teacher of the year. This is Ashley Denton. This is Ashley's 8th year of education, teaching in education. She was at Jenkins County for 2 years. She's been with me for the last 6 years, and I'm about got that Jenkins County out of it. No, not really. I'm about to say this now. She's our agriculture teacher. She's also our FFA advisor. The 6 years she's been here, she's been running about 120 kids actively involved in her FFA program, where she serves as the advisor, as I have mentioned. We have 38 students who are involved in livestock showing as hogs and calves. And she does a great job with that. She's also had numerous, she's won state awards, state championships in livestock judging. She's won, and she's placed in state in floriculture, nursery landscape, poultry judging, meat evaluation each year. She's consistently beating Argene Claxton, and he'll tell you, not just me saying, he'll tell you, she does a great job when kids come to him and they're ready to continue the tradition of agriculture at Perry High School. She's married to Matt, who's also a big component of our FFA program. This past Saturday and Sunday and Friday at the pig show, he was out there with her the whole time, as well as little Reagan. She has one daughter, Reagan. She's expecting another child to be coming in the next week. So, but I've already told her if there's any message here today, she's fired, so don't worry about it. All right. So this is our teacher of the year, Miss Ashley Denton. Now for our kids, this is Craven Malcolm and Tara Odom. Both of them are 8th graders at our school. And what I've done is I've asked their teachers to say some things about them, and because both of them are tremendous athletes, I've also asked the coaches, so they've gotten together. Here's what they've said. First about Craven. Craven Malcolm is a student you would want in your classroom. Craven is a great kid. He always tries to do his best. He's very polite and well-mannered, which makes him a positive role model to his peers. He displays strong leadership qualities and is full of integrity. This allows others to look up to him. Craven has an excellent work ethic. He also strives to become a better student and a better athlete. He also exhibits great sportsmanship and honesty, and always represents our school in a positive manner. He asks for help when he needs it. He never gives up. He is an ambassador from our school to everyone he meets. This is what defines him as a great student, and person to be around. Simply stated, Craven gives his all at Perry Middle School. Next, I have Tara Owen. Her teacher's right and coach is right. Tara is a perfect example of a model student. She gets along well with her peers as well as her teachers. She has a work and study ethic that is uncommon among 8th grade students. She also has the ability to balance academics with extracurricular activities. She was a captain of our softball teams in both the 7th and 8th grades. She is quick to pick up other students when they are in need of encouragement or just feeling down. Other students, as well as her teachers, look at her as a leader. On and off the field, she sets an example of excellence, self-expectations that separate her from her peers. These are two of the students that represent what we try to achieve at Perry Middle School. These are two of the best students that we have. Thanks for letting me share with y'all today.
We also have from Tucker Elementary Principal, Dr. Kim Alstead.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm so proud today to have with me two students from Tucker Elementary. I have Malaysia Jackson. She's in first grade in Miss Gaskin's room. Malaysia was a non-reader at the beginning of the school year. When I asked her what she enjoyed doing, she said reading and homework. Malaysia has grown 4 reading levels between the first HCLI and this one, and she's an enthusiastic learner. We look for her to grow even more. She certainly will not leave first grade as a non-reader. She's reading to succeed. Also, I have Logan Lott. Logan's in 5th grade, Miss Faulkner's room. He enjoys spending time with his family. He enjoys doing his homework. He likes making friends. He's a real leader in our school. Anywhere he goes, whatever he's involved with, he does it with enthusiasm. He has his mom here today and his family as well. Logan will be a great addition to Perry Middle School. And Craven, I know you got your great stuff from Perry Middle, but he's a former Tucker Tiger, so I have to say congratulations as well. But Malaysia and Logan are with me today. I also have Danielle Greer. Danielle is our Teacher of the Year. She wears many hats at Tucker Elementary School. She is a former Warner Robins High School student. She has taught for 6 years. She's dual certified and has taught regular education, 3rd grade, and then we moved her into special education. She's our lead special education teacher. She's been our dance team sponsor. She's our dance camp sponsor. She's coordinated our United Way for the past 3 years. She has 2 children in the Houston County school system and 1 soon to be. And also Danielle just has such a belief in the whole child. While she would never mention this herself, she's a person who can say, I think Johnny needs a coat. Can you give that to him and not tell him who it's from? I've seen her putting clean socks on children in the morning when they come to school, being a little bit of Santa during the school year. So Danielle, teaching is first for her, but learning and taking care of children is a close second to the whole child. So she's what makes it great to be a Tucker Tiger. So I'm glad to have her with me today.
Dr. Scott and I come forward for the other special students. I want to say to the elementary and middle school students, you all have a lot to look forward to because the next group of students you see are great examples of what you can do and what we know that you will do and do even more. So again, we welcome everyone here. It is our pleasure to recognize state winners at our board meetings. Today, we have 3 outstanding students who are all from Houston County High School. Principal Dr. Doug Reiser is present with his students, as are their teachers. The first one is Adam Conway. Adam Conway from Houston County High School is a sophomore and is being recognized for International Honor Choir. He has been accepted in the International Honor Choir at Carnegie Hall. Adam will participate in the High School Honor Program series at Carnegie, February 4th through the 8th. He is accompanied by his choir teacher, Mr. Keith Tiller, time. While he's coming, I'd like to share with our audience a bit about his prestigious honor. A member of the high school honors performance series, Adam will join other elite students to rehearse and perform on the master conductors. He will also have the opportunity to perform before collegiate and professional music program representatives. In addition, this past fall, Adam traveled to Nashville, Tennessee to participate in 2015 All-National Honor Ensemble. Adam, we're very proud of you. We have an award to present on behalf of your school for the National Honor Choir, as well as a certificate from our Board of Education commending you for selection to the International Choir. Congratulations. Next, we have Rebecca White, Houston County High School senior, the Georgia Cheerleader of the Year. Ms. Rebecca White is our next honoree. Rebecca was named the Georgia Cheerleader of the Year. She's accompanied by her cheerleading coach, Ms. Jessica Brown. Rebecca, please come forward. Rebecca is a senior this year. She has cheered all 4 years at Houston County High School. She is also a scholar who excels academically. Your coach tells us that you are always energetic, helpful, and that you enjoy sharing your love for cheerleading. We thank you for being such a positive role model for our younger students and congratulate you on being named the state's top cheerleader. Congratulations. Next, we have Jake from Houston County High School, who is a junior, the Gatorade Georgia Football Player of the Year. Jake Fromm is a name that many of you have heard. Quarterback for the Bears, Jake has been named the 2015-2016 Gatorade Georgia Football Player of the Year. He is present today with his coach, Mr. Von Lassman. Jake, please come forward at this time. Jake was presented this award to recognize him for outstanding athletic accomplishments as well as academic achievement and exemplary character. His record includes passing 4,099 yards and 36 touchdowns, as well as leading the Bears to the Class 5A state quarterfinals. Jake, this is just the fourth prep quarterback from Georgia to surpass 4,000 passing yards in a single season. Jake has also maintained a 4.0 grade point average and is an outstanding baseball player. Jake, we are proud of you and excited to watch the next year as Houston County High, and also in 2017 when you will be playing football for the University of Alabama. All right. I couldn't help it. Also, we have a special visitor next from the Georgia Power representative. We have Mr. Brownlee and Ms. Lynn Holder. Please come forward for your presentation.
Who won't bring Scott Hill with us? Well, that's right. Well, I'm Joe Brown. I'm the Perry Area Manager, and this is Miss Lynn Holder. She's our Key Account Manager for the Houston County Board of Education. And the first thing I'd really like to say is it's not too late to change your mind, Jay. Gee, it looked better, buddy. You know, at Georgia Power, we have our founding president coined the phrase, a citizen wherever we serve. And what that means is we're not only going to do business in the community, we're going to live in the community, we're going to be a part of it. We're going to do everything we can to make it a better place. And the number one way you can do that is to improve board education. And one of the ways we do that is through rebate and incentive program. And Lynn has worked very closely with Scott Hill and his whole team on the Houston County remodel program. And Lynn's going to tell us about some of the things that we give rebates for that they took advantage of.
Okay, I can tell you a little story. When we first talked to them about rebates years ago, it was the first option on that was a $30 rebate. So when you see this check today, you'll see that, taking the time to do the rebates is certainly worth it. If you're doing the work anyway, take advantage of the program we have. And Scott has taken full advantage of the program that we offer. We have rebates on HVAC equipment, lighting retrofits, LED exit signs, occupancy sensors, everything we have, we permission to take advantage of. And we really appreciate you working with us. You can imagine we're in and out of the school and also in and out of his office and working with Parish, and we do appreciate that.
And we think if you're doing that, when we don't only want to sell electricity, we want you to be efficient with the electricity, because we have to make less than it's better for all of us to keep the costs down. So we think it can Houston County leads the way, sets the model for that. You got a great hand. Thank you, Scott, Mr. Chairman. And we want to present the check for $36,309. That was, we think, was very unexpected.
This represents the 2015 remains paid for rebate. There's an additional sum of about $7,000 coming.
Thank you very much.
Right, thank you. As y'all take your seat, I want to apologize for last night when I had to vote. We're in the process of changing up individuals, and I was unable to get a vote last night, so I apologize for that.
Okay, to the business portion here that is on our agenda. We had the consent agenda last night. Is there any comments or questions from anyone concerning our consent agenda? We'll need a motion to adopt the agenda.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the agenda as presented last evening.
Second. It has been motion and second that we adopt the agenda as printed. All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. The minutes from the previous meeting.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve our December meetings. There were two, December 8th and December 10th meetings, to approve those as presented.
It has been motion and second that we approve the December 8th and December 10th meetings, minutes from the previous meetings. All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. Board member comments. We'll start with Ms. Hughes.
Okay, well, welcome to everyone and Happy New Year. In particular, welcome to our special guest. You are school system that it is and how we excel and how we're recognized on the local and statewide and even national level. So we appreciate each and every one of you that are being recognized today. You are what makes our school system great. Thanks also to Dr. McGee and her Eagle Spring staff for your hospitality last evening. It was great to be there, great to see your innovation to your cafeteria, and so everything is just wonderful at Eagle Springs. Congratulations to Mr. Wilson and Mr. Gerald for continuing to serve. They make the job of a board member quite easy. Their leadership, their genuine concern for our school system, their willingness to serve, and they guide us through our decision-making processes. I also appreciate each of our board members as we continue to evolve and transition into being the best board members that we can be. I appreciate every one of you. We have different personalities, different perspectives, but it's a pleasure to work with each and every one of you. Reminder to our Houston County voters, there's an election coming up March 1st, our East Lost, so we'll vote on that. And that's a continuation of 1 cent sales tax, and I'm sure others will speak about it. But that 1 cent sales tax helps to provide security and safety for our school system and better facilities, and just helps our school system. And what helps our school system helps our community. So we're all better off when we have a great school system, which we do. And finally, congratulations to my Alabama friends and also to my Clemson friends. That was a great game last night. And, Roll Tide, and it's just my hope and prayer that Kirby Smart probably brings just some of those Alabama secrets to Georgia. Go Dogs!
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope that you are still keeping your resolutions thus far through the year, because we're not that far in it yet. Congratulations, Mr. Chairman and Ms. Hughes and Mr. Gerald. I'm looking forward to working with you all for the year. Congratulations to our schools that are represented today and to the students. We commend you on your work in the classroom and outside of the classroom, on the mat, the field, in the theater, on the stage. Also, thank you, Eagle Springs, for last night. We enjoyed it. And I just want to say there's a lot going on in our system, and I'm just looking forward to working together with everybody to make sure that we have a productive and successful year.
Dr.
Thank you, Dr. McGee and your staff for your hospitality. We appreciate that very much. It's always a good thing to be in schools and see what's going on in those local schools. The Georgia legislative session is beginning. And one of the things that is going to be on the discussion is how teachers are paid, and to a lesser extent, the still there on how they are retired. And I am not much of a speech maker, but I would like to offer some reflections as a retired educator. It seems to me that what we have done throughout my career was effective. I found that the teaching and the training and experience model that I served under worked well. Those first 15 years, those regular raises, those regular increases in income made a difference. It is what kept me in. Every advanced degree I got made me a better teacher, a more reflective teacher, a more thoughtful teacher. I believe in the system that we have. I don't believe that, I just have too many questions about how merit pay would be. For example, I was a teacher who was untouched, maybe thankfully, by those high stakes scores. So how am I going to be rewarded for the work that I do if I am not in one of those core class situations? As far as those regular raises kept me in the first 15 years, it was the retirement that kept me in the last 15 years. I'll tell you, retirement was not on my radar the first 10 years of teaching. Didn't think about it, it was too far off. But the closer I got, the more thankful I was, And it can't be going on sometimes when I would probably like to do something else. And so I think that those two things work well, they have worked well. If you are in agreement, well, even if you're not in agreement, I would encourage you to let your legislatures know how you feel about how teachers are paid. And if they want to attract the best, they can probably come up with 5,000 or 10,000 extra each year for every teacher, and that would be a big incentive, and I think that would help. One of the things they've talked about is teachers leaving the profession. And I'll just comment on one. A colleague of mine who left decided he would go into the law. I recently saw that he was involved in a case that resulted in something like $4 million settlement. I'm sorry, I don't think any merit pay that the legislature can come up will match what he got for that. And so I know, but most of I don't believe there are teachers who go into the profession because they think they're going to make a lot of money. And I don't think changing that formula is going to make much difference on the effort. So that's just what I wanted to say about that. Thank you and have a great year.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad Dr. Underwood brought that up. Being married to a school teacher for 24 years, it hits home. It doesn't affect her necessarily, but I can think back to when we first got married. She was a brand new teacher, and this kind of pressure on teachers wouldn't have been something that we would have enjoyed. I think over the last 24 years. I mean, she's got 5 or 6 years to retirement, and this is a big deal for teachers. I know those that are educators here or represent educators understand. Based on merit, I think a teacher that has 24 years experience is a much better teacher than one that has 2 or 3. And you get those step raises, that encourages you to do better. I think you're rewarded well. We all know you work more hours than 180 days, but that's what the life they chose, and they do it for loving kids, kind of like being on the board. But it's a big deal. I think we should stand up and speak out that we, to our legislators, and I think the ones that are in our area are willing to listen, and that's important during this. But to move on, Fred, that's how it's been a pleasure. And I'm glad you are our leaders, and we appreciate you, and thank you for what you do, and all the board members. I'm glad we're all here, and to say the least, was Andrew. We go to church together, go way back, and a wonderful meal, wonderful hospitality. Thank you. The House of County High School, me being a Perry High graduate, I rooted for y'all more in the last years being a politician than I have my whole life. And it's, not in just sports, but in a lot of people don't know this about me, but I had a father for a football coach and a mother for a music teacher, and I played the saxophone. And so music is very important to me as well. I can't sing a tap, but I enjoy listening to good singing. And that's a huge honor, with Jake and the young lady that's the cheerleader, and I've been around that all my life as well. I wish the best for you. It certainly makes it easier seeing your team win a national championship. And but that's probably not where you're going. You're going for an education. That's what's going to carry you even further than your athletic ability can imagine. And I feel with a 4.0 GPA, that's going to be important to both all of y'all. And that's what this is about. That's why we're here. Thank you. I've been here a year now, and it seems like I've been here a week. And the next thing we know, we're going to be at graduation. This year has just flown. And I'm appreciative to be, once again, I say this every month, but I mean it. I'm appreciative to be, I love being here. I love Houston County. I love being a part of this, and thank you to the people that allow us to serve. And Happy New Year.
Thank you. Dave?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations to you and Ms. Hughes. Appreciate your leadership. It's good to be back in the harness, and we've got the second half of the school year kicked off, and just looking forward to all the great things that our students and teachers are going to be able to accomplish for the second half of the school year. Dr. McGee, thank you and your staff for having us last night. I know it takes a lot of extra time and effort to do all that, and we appreciate it very much. Sure do. Every month we get to meet some outstanding students and teachers and administrators, and certainly today is no exception. Congratulations to all of you for what you do and for being here with us today. Great examples of awesome students we have here in Houston County. And, Adam, Rebecca, and Jay, we thank you for representing Houston County and our school system so well. Great job there. This morning about 6 o'clock, I was looking out in the kitchen window waiting for the newspaper guy to show up, and it was dark, and I think it was like 26 degrees outside. And I saw this strobe light flashing coming down the street, and it was one of our school buses coming into the neighborhood. And, you know, I was thinking that bus driver had to get up real early this morning and get that bus cranked up and warm and ready to pick up students. And I just wanted to thank Mr. Walmer and all the men and women who drive those buses, how much we appreciate what they do. You know, they carry the most important people in our system, that's our kids. And so we appreciate all they do. And like I say, also support the East Block. And Dr. Under, I appreciate your comments. I agree with you. And I hope I do want to say that you're a better football player than you were a singer and saxophone.
Start off, thank you guys for stepping up, Fred and Helen. I know y'all continue to do a good job, and blessed to have you. Thank you for going and do the extra mile, doing all the work that you've done in the past and you will continue to do. Dr. McGee and your staff, thank you last night for everything. It's talking with you. I know you've been in education for 25 years. And I know your husband coaches. I've had opportunity to coach with him. I've had the opportunity to be able to coach your son in football. And even more personally, I've had 10 years at Eagle Springs where my kids were able to grow up at Eagle Springs and walk the halls. And I had Ms. Nash as a teacher as well. So, you know, from a personal note, I really appreciate it. It's bittersweet. I got a 5th grader who's, you know, coming to the end, but I'm truly satisfied and happy that they've been there and that they are prepared and that they've been educated, but they've also been nurtured. And so I want to say that publicly. Thank you to all you and all your staff. In spite of all the legislature that's out there, and you guys talking about this, I mean, the beauty of Houston County is Dr. McGee has been here for 25 years, and my husband is a coach, and Miss Nash's brothers went to school with me. She's taught, her kids are in school, and her dad's a legendary coach at Warner Robins, and if you can be legendary, yes, Warner Robins is my dad. And some other teachers over here from Warner Robins are from Houston County, and you know, our system just creates students, and these students want to come back and they want to continue to give to our community. So that's what we're truly blessed with in Houston County. And then, in spite of everything else, I'd like us to come back and continue giving back what's been so great to us. So that's why we're fortunate. I'm just appreciative to be a part of that. Thank you to all the principals and all the teachers that you brought, all the students, Houston County. I mean, we're represented from, like y'all said, from Carnegie Hall to the University of Alabama football field. So, again, it just shows our success that we've had. And lastly, on a lighter note, I would say be careful about introducing 8th graders as big as Mr. Cragen back there, because there's some football coaches in here that might like to have him, so be careful. Not calling any names.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I just want to echo all the thank yous and the great things that have been said about our school system and about our students here, and I'm very passionate about the school system. I came here 32, almost 33 years ago with my family and enrolled them here in the school system. It's just been upward ever since, and both my kids have graduated from the school system, very successful, and that's what's out there for all students, success. And if you make the right choices, which you are making, and right decisions, and with the parent support, and you got parents sitting out here with their children that are here being recognized, We know that you'll be successful. So students, we're looking forward to great things for all of you. And by the way, the young lady that did the essay, I listened to your essay and the way you presented it at the city council meeting. You did a great job. And that's just one example of the kind of students we have here in this system, and these high school students. You guys have a lot to look forward to, and you're going to do just as great, as I said earlier, and even better in some areas. So again, we're happy to have you here. And again, thank you, board members, for having the confidence to vote us in as chairman and vice chair. Thank you all very much. Dr. Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Wilson. I just want to say to the teachers and the students out here today is we're a little bit giddy because a lot of times y'all leave before we get a chance to say anything to you. So that's why we're so excited that you're here and we're able to say those things to you, because when we have board meetings here in the summer and there are no students here, our meetings are not as good, and you don't leave with the same feeling when you get finished. And so know that your board is here to support what goes on in your schools. They're advocates for our teachers, they're advocates for our students, and I appreciate what they do. And I too want to congratulate Mr. Wilson and Ms. Hughes on being elected chair and vice chair. And I know that our board will work together for the common good of our system, and I appreciate that. And I also appreciate the continuing relationship that I've got with Mr. Gerald, and I work closely with him. He probably can't see me call sometimes because we do talk often, and he does a lot of stuff for us, and so we appreciate his role with our school system. I also got several of our schools that I want to give a little bit of recognition to, and that's Northside Elementary was awarded STEM certification, and I know Eagle Springs Elementary is prepared to go through that next Thursday, and Dr. McGee's probably thinking about that now. She's sitting there, she's probably thinking of things she could be doing, to get ready for that. But Northside is the first school in the central Georgia area, and only the 14th elementary school in the state of Georgia to earn that STEM certification. We're very proud of that accomplishment, and one of the things that the people that were doing the evaluation said was Northside Elementary, you could tell because the students knew about it, and it was not like they were putting on a show just for the people there to see. It was embedded in everyday activities that were going on in that school, so congratulations. Also, along those same lines, we had 6 of our schools named 2016 Title I Reward schools, and Centerville and Eagle Springs both were chosen as the highest performing schools, meaning that they were in the top 5% of all schools in the state of Georgia, all the title schools. And then we also had Morningside, Northside Elementary, Parkwood Elementary, and Perry Middle was chosen for highest progress among all Title I schools. So congratulations to those schools as well. And it just shows that the hard work that's going on in those schools each day. Also for Academic Bowl, 4 of our middle schools competed in the Regional Page Academic Bowl this past Saturday at Fady Mill. Bonaire won the regional bowl and now advances to the state. That middle grade state championship will be held on January 23rd at Georgia College State University. And so we wish them well. And we also want to congratulate our elementary school academic bowl winner, Lake Joy Elementary School. And Langston Road Elementary won 2nd place in that. And their teams were the top for our 20 schools that were represented, and over 166 children that competed in that activity. So congratulations to them. Our executive cabinet has made visits to all of our campuses to inform our employees about eSPLOS, and we're continuing to get information so that the community is aware of what we've accomplished with 2012 eSPLOS, and then what plans we have for the referendum that will be on the ballot on March 1st. It's hard to believe that early voting will open up 4 days from yesterday, 4 weeks from yesterday. And then the March 1st election is only 7 weeks from today. So, we just started the new year, but it seems like time is already getting by us. And so we want to encourage everyone to get out and vote, and especially our educators. We want their voices to be heard. And I too want to encourage educators that are here to stay involved and stay up to date on what's going on with our General Assembly. And I do feel like that our delegation listens to what we have to say, and they've been open to information and answer questions about these slots, please let me know, and I'll be glad to try to get that on the schedule. And I appreciate Beth's work with that, working with the community, and making sure that we get all those people informed about what's going on. That's really our role, is to just inform the public on these slots. We got Special Olympics coming up at Veterans High School on the 14th, 15th, Thursday and Friday, the high school, middle school on Thursday, elementary school on Friday, and that will begin at 10 o'clock. We also, I've already mentioned the Eagle Springs STEM certification on the 21st. And, you know, if there's anything you need from us, Andrew, please let us know. We'd like to support you on that, and look forward to you being the second school in Houston County to get STEM certification. We've also got the House and Regional Science and Engineer Fair, January 26th to the 29th at the Museum of Aviation, and so we look forward to that. And we also have our yearly system spelling bee here at the board office in this auditorium on January the 29th at 9 a.m. So if you're out and about near this location, please come and see that again. It's a pretty awesome activity. A lot of things going. Second semester's off to a great start. You know, students, again, we appreciate you being here today, and we look forward to great things, all you elementary students, middle school students, and even those high school students that are going to be around with us for a couple more years. We look forward to great things from you. And so with that, I'll turn the meeting back over to you.
Thank you, sir. And we won't hold you long. We'll finish in a few minutes. Financial report. Dave?
Mr. Chairman, I move we approve the financial report as presented. Second.
It's been motion and second that we approve the financial report which was presented to us on last evening. Any comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. Personnel report.
Yes, I'd like to recommend that we approve the personnel reports as presented last night in the work session.
It's been motion and second that we approve the personnel report for the month of January as presented on last evening. Any questions or comments? All in favor? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. Under new business, we have a board attorney, Ms. Hughes.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve the recommendation that Mr. William R. Charles Jr., also known as Billy, remain as the general counsel for the Houston County Board of Education.
Second.
It's been motion and second that we approve Mr. William Billy Gerald as the counselor for the Houston County Board of Education for calendar year 2016. Questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. Board of Education meeting calendar. Lori?
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the Houston County Board of Education meetings calendar as presented last night.
Second.
It's been motion and second that we approve the Houston County Board of Education calendar for the calendar year 2016. Comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Bank depositors, Rick?
I'd like to make a motion that we approve the 2016 bank depositories as presented.
Second.
It has been motion and second that we approve the bank depositors as presented on last evening. Any questions or comments? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. Resolution, Brian?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the resolution on consolidated application dealing with financial assistance for maintenance and operation.
Second.
The motion and second that we approve the resolution as presented on last evening. Comment or question? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you. Adjustment to middle school calendar attendance zone.
Yes, I'd like to recommend the adjustment of the middle school attendance zone as discussed in the public forum held on the 10th of December last year at the Middle School.
Second.
It has been motion and second that we approve the adjustment to the middle school attendance zone as presented at Huntington Middle School and further discussed on last evening. Any comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Flint EMC underground right of way. Dave?
Chairman, move we approve the recommendation presented, also give the Dr. Scott a call to go sit.
It has been motion and second that we approve the Flint EMC underground right of way as presented to us on last evening. Any comments or questions? All in favor of the motion, please show your hand. The policy JBCCA for student assignments to schools. Lori?
I'd like to make a motion to accept and approve the revision to policy JBCCA as discussed last night.
Second. The motion is second that we approve policy, the changes to policy JBCCA as presented on last evening. Comment or question? All in favor of the motion, please show your right hand. Thank you very much. Anything like that? No further business on the agenda at this time. I need a motion to adjourn. Okay, it is motion and second that we adjourn. All in favor of the motion,